Is their time up in WWE? We take a look in today's
Unmissable!
The world is watching.
Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life and welcome to today's Unmissable. Yeah, is their time up in WWE? This news broke last night during my live stream, the Evolution live stream that we did last night. This was shocking, I've got to say, and became a big part of the stream, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, if you haven't heard that Bobby Lashley, Tamina and MVP have been taken off the internal roster list. This means that they're not part of any future plans with inside WWE. You know, they're not down for any events or creative storylines. I don't know what this literally means for their WWE careers, as they are not being released. I want to state that very clearly, that they're not released up to press, but being taken off that internal roster, it means that it's just not looking good for them. It has come to light since that Bobby Lashley's contract is expiring soon, and obviously, we've seen this with many cases in the past. Just look at Dijak, and there's several others who have WWE have just not renewed their contract. And I say WWE's not renewed their contract. It's not WWE. It is TKO who are the owners, the owners of both WWE and UFC. So yeah, with that being said, it just doesn't look right good at this moment in time for any of these three superstars, and we're going to go through them individually, and I'm going to try and give you my thoughts. And we will start with the big one, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley obviously hasn't been on TV for the last couple of months. Last time we saw him, he was with the Street Profits, with B-Fab. You know what, to be quite honest with you, I was always confused of what they had planned for him and the Street Profits. They could have been a badass heel faction. I felt that they could have reunited the Hurt Business, and they could have done some bits, but they just remained face, or they turned Bobby face. I didn't really get it. It felt a little bit flat, and I didn't really know what to do with him. And I feel that's probably why we're in this situation now, is that, which is a shame, because Bobby Lashley is a good talent. The almighty Bobby Lashley gimmick was working, and they could have done some fantastic things with him story-wise. But yeah, I don't know. I feel that this is a missed opportunity by WWE. If they do eventually let him go and they let that contract expire, I feel that they've made a massive mistake. But where they make a mistake, this could be good news for, I don't know, AEW, or maybe even a stint back in TNA. I mean, everybody ignores TNA, and yeah, I mean, sometimes it's understandable, but with their connections with NXT right now, I mean, this could be a nice little move for Bobby. And imagine Bobby Lashley v Moose. I mean, I'm sure they've done that before. If they haven't, then there's a good opportunity for them to do it now. But yeah, this one shocked me more than the other two, I've got to admit. MVP, on the other hand, obviously was the voice of Omos, which now asks the question, what happens to Omos? What happens to him once MVP leaves? Because there'll be nobody managing him. Who's going to be the voice of Omos? And even, I know we're not seeing Omos that regular. I don't know why that is, to be honest. Maybe he's just learning how to wrestle from scratch. I don't know. But obviously the Nigerian gimmick has gone to Obafemi in NXT. So what are they going to do with Omos? I feel like he just shows up at random Royal Rumbles and that's about it now. Which is a pity, sucks for him because he only works once a year. Or maybe that's a good thing for him, I don't know. But yeah, MVP wasn't doing anything in the ring active-wise. He was just like the voice, obviously, of Omos and was the main figurehead behind Hurt Business. Yeah, they could do some stuff with him, obviously still managing Omos, but this doesn't look good for Omos, if I'm being honest. If you lose your mouthpiece, what are you going to do next? So, yeah, I feel sorry for MVP, but in a way, we haven't seen him on TV, and if this means that Omos doesn't come back, then I'm not too bothered, if I'm being honest. The latter one, obviously, we just did a video on Tamina. I said that she'd be the wise woman to the new female bloodline. She's not going to be that because she might not be with the company. Because she's not going to be on the initial internal roster doesn't mean that she's out of WWE. It just means that they could just take her off the active roster, to be quite honest with you. But she's not really wrestling at this moment in time, so I could see her taking a more trainer role at NXT, working with the enhancement talent, I can't say it. Developmental stars. There you go. I spat it out. That's what she said. But yeah, she'll work with like Natalia, who does a lot of work with the trainees down in NXT. I'm sure that they will give a position off a camera. It would make sense. She is related to The Rock, and Rock will look after his own, of course. So I don't think Tamina will be let go per se. Maybe just from active wrestling role on WWE. So it'd be interesting to see what happens to her and her progress in WWE, but it's just not good for them at this moment in time. Obviously, being taken off that internal roster is a big indicator to what could possibly happen further down the line. Honestly, we will keep you posted on any developments on this, but at this moment, it's just not looking good, right? Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. I mean, a lot of people did share their opinions last night in the live stream, which is a few people said, "Oh, typical WWE, you know, they're doing the nasty again, and all of that kind of stuff." But it's not WWE, it's TKO. TKO own WWE and UFC. I mean, let's just talk a bit spitball here a little bit. Let's talk about Bobby Lashley's future. Is it in wrestling? Could he go back to MMA? I mean, Bellator. He was a big figure in Bellator. I mean, even if his contract's up with WWE, maybe he could push over to UFC. I mean, I know it's still a part of a big company, but it could be something that they look at. Has had a fairly successful MMA career, Bobby Lashley, outside of wrestling. So he could be looking at that. So yeah, the future's bright for Bobby. Hopefully WWE don't let that talent go and can find something for him. I mean, Raw could do him. Imagine Bobby Lashley meets Drew McIntyre again. That could be a banger. I mean, we have seen that at WrestleManias and other promotions, so I'm sure we could see that again in the near future. But yeah, for now, their WWE days could be numbered. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can find something for them. But honestly, it's not looking good. I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Until the next time, bye for now.